Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. Unfortunately, I'm making this video in light of a rather recent kind of tragedy. We lost a client here in our firm that was a rather young guy. And by young, I mean he was under 50, but he was in his 40s. But that's pretty young. I'm in my 40s. I mean, to lose somebody like that, it's not great. Reason I'm making the video is oftentimes wills are looked at as something only for guys that are getting up there in years. In this guy's case, he had a wife and a kid, and quite honestly was just involved in a horrific accident, had nothing to do with him. And he's just gone. And it's really sad. I feel for his family. But when we were actually doing his prenup, when he got married some years back, it was actually before his kid got here, and when we did that at the same time, I said, hey, you guys are getting married. Do you want to go ahead and do a will? And we'll sign that after you all get married. You're all legally married. And the guy said, yeah, sure, go ahead. Go ahead and do it. We'll just add it on, and then it's there. Some people opt not to, and I actually get why people opt not to. They may not have property. They just may not care. In this guy's case, he did it, and it actually is working out very well for his wife because it's going to be very smooth as we process everything through the courts, and she just gets the inheritance. In this case, it was basically a condo and a bank account here in Thailand. But again, the point needs to be made, especially if you've been married here in Thailand or if you have a child here in Thailand. Even if you're not an old guy, a will might be something to just have. If nothing else, a will that basically says everything I got, whatever that may be, goes to such and such. If for no other reason than if you go, you want to put your loved ones in a position where they can smoothly process everything associated with the probate. So the point I'm trying to make, and the thing to take away from this video is, again, wills are not necessarily just for older men or older people here in Thailand. They can be for younger guys as well. Now, again, if you're just in your 20s, footloose and fancy free, you got no wife, you got no kid, I don't know, you really need a will. But again, I think some major inflection points in a person's life changes that analysis. Having a wife or gaining a wife, gaining a child, I think are both things that one should look at with regard to drafting any kind of testamentary instrument, because in the event that they lose you, you can at least rest assured that your property and your assets will transfer to them in the smoothest manner possible. Now that said, those who get overwhelmed about wills and the possibility of assets in multiple jurisdictions, as well as issues associated what we call in the common law vernacular probate, or effectively the reading of the will and the enforcement of judgments associated with the will. Again, you're going to possibly want to go ahead and contact a legal professional to gain some insight and guidance, because this stuff can be very complex. So the thing to take away from this video and understand is wills in Thailand are not necessarily exclusively for the elderly.